And God we do. I want to share with us very quickly and something that is burning in my heart is a miracle knowledge, something I wanted to write down on. God cares about what he gets from you. Let me say it again. God cares about what he gets from you. Now, God forges our future and blesses us from what he gets from us, not what he gives us. Now, anytime frustration lasts very long, it is because people refuse to care about what God gets from them. Now, I would like you to write down, God rules the earth through what he gets from men, not through what he gives men. This is why work is more important than prayer. If you look up here, I'm going to give you a gift. One of the ways Satan devalues people, or one of the ways you will know valuable people when you see them, is through their relationship with work. It's a consciousness. Let me say again. One of the ways to know important people is through their relationship with work. You see, whatever that worked was worked. Our value in the sight of God is controlled by the type of work we do for him. The type, there are different types. The difference between a man's wife, and a man's maid. A man's maid might be more industrious than the wife. It's not really industry, but in the type. It is not really sometimes hard working, but in the type. Some type of work require confidential. So you don't give it to some people because it is confidential. Because it is a family work, you don't give it to a maid. No matter how industrious. In fact, being a maid disqualifies her from that work. So, God is more interested. Now, look here. The reason is so many people are not blessed is because they want to relate with God from taking. Let me say again. I said the reason a lot of believers are not blessed is because they want to relate with God from taking. So they go to church to go and lay their burden to God. People that do that don't rise. They go to the altar to go and cry to God. The people that do such thing, they don't get up. People that get up are people who provide for God what God uses to bless others. Now, that because they are persuaded to take responsibility. So if I want to know how valuable you are, I will know it from what God gets from you. Hear me. Hear me. I preached for 31 years. There is nobody who is frustrated that is not, first of all, useless. Let me say it again. If every year that came up, you're here, you're hearing me, or you're watching me on the screen, and you are struggling to repair your car, and you're struggling to pay house rent, and you're struggling to buy one bag of rice, check what takes your day. Check it now. Check it now. Don't check it tomorrow, check it now. Check it now. If you check it, you will know that you're not really busy. You're really doing nothing. It is possible for somebody who is doing nothing to think he's busy. It's a deception. But if lack is part of you, then you're working nothing. Or you are working not, or the way you relate with that work is very poor. The course I'm writing, I couldn't go through it because this thing is vehement. And I was there also rehearsing the song in the night. Blow the horn of Jubilee. The blessings of God is raining now. Jubilee. The song is finished. And I'm still teaching. I just made a song. And somebody's having a headache with it. And it's even two. So when we come in the night, we'll choose one. You cannot keep getting productive and still dwell in lack. Let me say again. I said, you cannot keep getting productive and be lacking food. Now, if I say this now, you will feel something. You will know a particular truth. The reason why Africans are suffering is because of nothing else. There is nothing else. If it is prayer, they are praying. If it is fasting, they are fasting. There is one thing that is making African nation underdeveloped. One thing is making African nation underdeveloped. It's just one thing, nothing else. One. And that is their relationship with work. W-R-K. And if they don't change that relationship with work, the face of Africa will not change. So before I go to another topic, the difference between Moses and Joshua and Aaron, Christian, Miriam Hall, is what he gets from them. If you don't want to be frustrated in life, don't separate your destiny and value from what God gets from you now and 10 years, now and 20 years. If people are not sure of what they get from you, when service ends on Sunday, they will look at you and go their way. You see, because it is only through value that you can introduce your relevance. Some people say, I want respect, you will never get it outside work. How can men respect somebody who is not responsible? There is a course here that that God makes crowns from what he gets from king. That is still part of this. And when I share it, you will see that no, not just that. There's something else I want to tell you before you sit down. After I will be standing there for about 3 hours. I'll be standing here for about 3 hours. I would like you to hear this. If you look up now, I'm going to give you a gift now, today. And can you say praise God? Now, what makes a king different from ordinary people? It is the ability of that king to produce value that can make crown. It is not every human being that has value that can make crown. Let me say it again. I said, what separates royalty, kings, from ordinary people is the ability of kings to produce values that can make crown. Now, I would like you to listen to know that it is not every value that can make crown. Now, when it comes to produce, it's different from prayer. When it comes to produce, you have to think about what you have. And please, from today, care about what you have and what other people have. In relationship, what people have is not always different from who they are. If you want to know your future, know it from what you have. If you're a woman and you want to marry a man, it is what that man have that you will live with. Let me say it again. Please, what a man have is different from what